Hi everyone, Mike with Newfound Past Thrifts and Flips. Got the big haul video today. We started last Wednesday. The federal government was closed down, so we went to two charity shops we normally don't get to go to, and Salvation Army because their 25% off day is on Wednesday. Sunday we did our usual route and hit that hard and heavy, and so it's a pretty big one, so jump right in. First off, we got another cranium caribou. We picked this up for, I think we got about, let me see, blue and pink were half off, and this is green, but we got 20% off. So this was only, $2.40 or so. The other one of these I got last week in my haul video is already sold. So, cranium caribou. For good money too. Next up, these are no home run by any stretch, but this is a good one. This is a latch hook kit, J&P Coats. This is Old World Santa. Really heavy one. This is one of the bigger latch hooks I've ever seen. And we got this for 25% off of Salvation Army, so about $4. And I forget what the comps are. I think it was in the 30s or so. And yeah, so not most of them aren't going to be worth much, but some of them are. And we got another one, latch hook, and this one's a cat's one. Again, $4. And again, this was about 30 bucks or so. Brand new, both of these. Next up, we have this was a weird thing. It seems like all the boat stuff I find sells really quickly for good money too. And this is a Atlantic Watercraft Ultra Fin FX. And this is for like outboard motors, I believe. I read on here somewhere. But anyway, it's brand new in the package, vintage. They taped it over. Made in USA, and we got this for like $5 or so. So we got 20% off. And no comps on this, obviously, but these things new are over 100. They still make versions of this stuff, but I don't know what it'll bring, but it's worth the risk. Next off, we got a pair of metal trays. First one's a Budweiser King of Beers, and both of these are in the $30–$35 range. We got this for $1. The bottom is kind of scratched up, but it's Budweiser. And the next one we got is this Peel Brothers beer tray. Again, it was only $1. And this one had comps in the 30s. This one, yeah, about the same. Next up, and hit some hats. We got this really cool felt Nikon hat, and this is made in Japan. Let's see if I can show you that tag. And got this at a charity thrift, and this was like $1, and no comps on this, obviously. So anyone have any experience with these, let me know what you think this will bring in the comments. It's a really unique hat. Pass that up. Next I talked to Scott, the Alabama picker, about hats, and he knew. I told him I got some cool Alabama vintage hats, and he knew exactly the logo I was talking about. He described it to me. This one right here, the elephant coming through the A. And we got this one for $2 and change. So my hats are pretty expensive, but this is definite vintage trucker hat. Made by Advantage Sports in Atlanta, Georgia. Pretty good condition, but just really cool. And another Alabama hat, and this one actually is new with the tags, and it has the old school Walmart tag on it. See, back in the day it was $4.50 at Walmart, and I paid $2 and change for it at the thrift store. Yeah, it's just the way it is. So this one's a more generic hat, but I still thought it was pretty cool. Vintage. And we got this really cool early to mid 90s Atlanta Braves hat. Brand new with the tags. And pick this up for, low threes, $3.20 or so. Logo athletic snapback, brand new with the tags. This one had comps in the, 30, maybe 35. I'm a slow dime, so yeah, really neat. Really good score on the caps and hats and stuff, so that's pretty cool. Next up, we got this really big old school metal Tonka concrete mixer. Picked this up for, make sure I don't drop it, $5. It's half off. And comps were all over the place on these, but I'm assuming around 50 bucks or so, you know, based on all the comps I saw. It has everything. It has this little little concrete chute. It's in pretty good condition. You know, a lot of times these old metal Tonka trucks are just wrecked because we played with them back in the day. But that was pretty neat. Next up, we got this really heavy duty stoneware, like birdhouse. This thing is quite heavy. Holding it out there, I was like, "Whoa!" But we picked this up for $3, and there's no maker's mark on the bottom, unfortunately. So we don't know exactly how much this will bring, but my wife knows about this stuff. She knows quality, and this is quality, so it should be okay. It has the drip glazing on it, really neat. It's like new condition. It looks like there was a sticker here at one point and got peeled off. So yeah, don't know what that'll bring. Just pretty cool stuff. Next up, we have this is a Blue by Blue air purifier, and this is brand new in an open box. I got this at Salvation Army. I got 25% off, so about 12 bucks or so after the discount. And these comp for about 100 bucks shipped. So, and I did open, you know, the box is open anyway, but I opened it back up and made sure it was new, and it is new. You could tell because of the filters and stuff. Never been used. Next up, we have a Wonder Shop lit tinsel unicorn. We paid up a little bit for this. We paid 20 bucks for this. But again, this was new and open box. We took it out of there trying to count the pieces, and they're all crammed in there like factory, you know, like the factory would. Just make sure all the pieces were there, and they were. And comps on these were $50 to $75 or so. You know, high end 75, low end 50 or so. So. Margin is not exactly what I would usually do, but being the season, I've already I took pictures around this thing because I wanted to keep the price on there for the video, but I've already listed this. I took pictures down and around and in, so it's already up online for sale, and hopefully it'll sell really quick because 'tis the season. My wife picked up several bags of vintage Christmas ornaments, and all these bags were just a couple dollars a piece, and all in these are some vintage ornaments that sell for 10, 20, some 30 bucks a piece, you know. So yeah, check out all your bags. I can't go through all these. Here's this one little cool elf in here. Can you see him? I bet you that guy's worth some money. So, yep, don't pass up your bags. Being careful with these over here. Speaking of ornaments, we got this Kurt Adler creepy clown ornament, brand new. And see, the price tag says $3. I don't think we paid full price. I think we paid, you know, half of that, or even maybe even less. These comped around $30, $35 maybe even on this thing because it's brand new. Some people like clowns. I don't care for them, but you know, whatever. And another little elf, little vintage plasticky type elf, again $1. Okay, we got another Kurt Adler. He's a big in Christmas stuff. Little 15-inch musical snow blowing fiber optic tree, and I tested this and it works, and we got this for 10 bucks. Took it out of the box, plugged it in at the store, and it worked great. And again, I've listed this today. I left the price on it, took pictures around it, took the item out, you know, tested it out, showed it off. And I listed this today, and I can't remember what I asked for it, but I think I asked $60, $75, something like that. I don't know. I asked what they're bringing, so hope it sells. That's why I wanted to get them listed today. Okay. Something else I need to get listed that I didn't get to, brand new in the box, Harley Davidson snow globe ornament, or snow globe, not ornament, it's actual snow globe. This is from 2001, and there was no, 2001, and there was no comps for these online, but others selling from that $30 to $50 range. I only paid $4 for this. You know, and it's new in the box. The box is a little bit shelf worn, beat to death, but that's okay. I sell stuff like that all the time. So pretty cool stuff. Okay, we got a pair of really good condition Doc Martin boots. I rarely find these around here. It's the first time I found a good pair of Doc Martin boots in this area. Paid up for them though. Paid about, you know, got 20% off, so about 20 bucks. But with the size of these, and that's important on these, the size and the condition, you know, the yellow threading is really, really bright and vibrant. These should bring about 75 bucks or so. So paid up a little bit. Next we have two pair of SAS shoes, and they were about $7 and change a piece. We got 25% off of these at Salvation Army, and they're both the same size. One's a pair of just loafers, and the other one's just, you know, a pair of basic lace-ups. I'll probably sell these together. They're in pretty good condition. You know, the bottom has a little bit of wear, but the insoles are really good condition. So probably lock these up and sell them for 70, 80 bucks for both of them. Next up, I've sold a mug exactly like this before. This is a Grinch mug for 75 cents. Sold one exactly like this for in the 20s. It's been several months ago, but yeah, I need to get this listed as well. I got the Harley Davidson snow globe and this and a bunch of these ornaments. Gotta get listed tomorrow. Get to work. Andy and I were talking about on Saturday on our working video. Go to Parrothead Picker's channel to check that out. We're talking about our favorite Christmas movie, and both of us at the same time said Christmas Vacation. And look what we found. We found a brand new in the box Christmas Vacation mug for 80 cents or so for a discount. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to keep this or sell it. They go for about 20 bucks. So since it's brand new, I'll probably sell it. We got plenty of coffee mugs. Got one more coffee mug. This one's kind of weird. I loved my MTD. I said that right, D. It's an IBM mug. I'm sure it has to do with some product or something they released back in the day. And this was only 50 cents. Blue and pink were half off. So no spoon stir marks, no comps. But you know, it's just different enough. That tech stuff, I've sold stuff like that before, so I'll take a chance on that. Next, a nativity set of Fisher Price Little People, and they had this all taped up. Paid $3 and change for that, you know, 20% off. And the comps on these are all over the place depending on what animals and stuff are in here. Well, we couldn't tell. I didn't cut the tape off. It was so cheap. I was just like, it's going to be okay regardless, because even if it's just the basic stuff, it'll be in probably the 30s. But yeah, it has the manger and a bunch of the animals and characters, and get them out there and count. Another one I have to get listed. I need to make a separate pile. Okay, what do we got here? Covered all that stuff. Got a couple of cameras. First Polaroid I found in a while. This is a Polaroid. Was that Polaroid 600. Paid $2.50 for this. It's in good shape too, and I know Parrothead finds these all the time, and he has a place that actually buys them. But I think he said they bring 25 or 30 bucks consistently, you know, depending on if I don't want to break that. That's okay. We'll get that later. Okay, and next we got this in the case Canon waterproof camera, 35mm. It's a Canon SureShot WP1. Check that out. Yeah, really cool in the case, and this thing was only $4.50. And the comps on these were $35 to $45 or so. I didn't even mess with it that much. I just saw it and threw it in the cart. So, yeah, who knows? Oh, there it is. It's pretty clean. I'll take a toothbrush and clean it up a little bit more, but yeah, just sealed it up. Pretty good. Next up, we got few DVDs. I'll save this one for last. Actually, this is a set of Blu-rays. This is Girls, the complete first season Blu-ray. Usually at this thrift store, I buy seasons all the time at this thrift store. If you've watched my videos before, and I get the seasons for $2-3 per season. This one wasn't marked; it was just in its regular DVDs, and this is where being nice to your cashier pays off. Because I've had this girl several times before, and I go, I just hand it to her and go, yeah, it doesn't have a price, and I know, the DVDs aren't all marked, and this was in the DVD section, but, do what you need to do. And she goes, it was in the DVD section? I go, yeah, it was in the DVD section. She goes, 99 cents. And kept on going. So 50 cents, because the discount applies at the end. 50 cents for a set of Blu-rays. Be nice. Next up, we have a full, complete collection, 30th anniversary limited edition of Cagney and Lacey. And this was $8. Kind of high, you're like, oh well, but the only one that's open is season 1. Season 1 was open. I checked all the discs, they're all there. All the rest of the seasons in here are sealed. And the comps on these are, for sealed ones, $60, $65. But this one, I think I can get in the 40s for probably, because that first season's open. What was that? But anyway, I think I'll get 40 or 50 bucks out of that. Last DVD. Generation Triple X. What? No, it's not what you're thinking. This cracked me up when I saw it. It's new and sealed. It's Generation Triple X. Equipping Youth for a Sex-Saturated Culture. 4-disc set by Cy Rogers. I got this for 50 cents or so. And these sell for about 25 bucks. It was so weird. This is where I was telling people to be curious. This was so weird, so different, so stupid that you have to look it up. And I looked it up, just zapped it, the UPC. Yeah, and I sold for $25. So I'm like, I'm getting that. Because make a good story too, along with making some money off of it. So pretty funny. Okay, that's here. Let's jump into a few clothes. We were really picky. I got this really nice, this is a heavy duty fleece, LL Bean fleece. Now that fleece is really thin. This one's thick. This one's a thick, heavy duty fleece. And this was $7.50. Blue and pink, half off. And this is a large. These run pretty big. I bet you this would be close to fitting me. But I don't like pullovers, so it's going to get sold. Probably about $30, $35 or so. Next up, we have well, this is really neat. You don't see patterns like this on LL Bean stuff much. This is an LL Bean women's, just a weird kind of patterny pullover parka with the hood. Yeah, no comps on this, of course, but it's so cool with the pattern and stuff. We think it'll do fine. And this was $12.50. So we paid up a little bit, a little gamble, but sometimes you got to take a little gamble. I think it'll sell for 50 or 60 bucks, but we'll see. This one I'm definitely 100% going to sell on Poshmark. I'm going to list this specifically on Poshmark, and it is a blazer. This is a 100% wool women's made in Italy blazer. And we paid blue and pink. We paid about 18 bucks for this. And I think it'll sell for about 100 bucks on Poshmark. eBay, there's not a lot to go on there. They're all over the place, but this is such high quality, and being made in Italy, being wool, yeah, it's going to go straight to Posh. Yeah, this one's pretty awesome too. This is another Woolrich. I've been really lucky with the Woolrich recently. Paid about, $18, $19 for this. And this is a made in USA barn coat, barn jacket. It has the leather collar, and it has they call this blanket lining, and this is a wool blend or wool blanket lining. And these coats can sell for about 75 bucks because of the combination of things: the wool blanket lining, the leather collar. Yeah, let's see what percentage of wool that is. Lining 85% wool. Yep, that's what I figures. So, just a really nice little barn coat. Oh, this may be the coolest clothing find of the whole trip. Check those out. These are acid wash jeans from like the 80s. These were so cool. When I was going through that, I spotted them instantly. I'm like, oh, look at those acid wash jeans. Take me back to my childhood. I paid 6 and change, whatever, 20% off. And these are orange tab Levi's, not red tab, orange tabs. They're not 501s. They're fine. I can't read that. It's kind of worn off, but yeah, just cool vintage acid wash Levi's. Okay, I don't know. They're pretty cool. The comparables of these were selling about 50 bucks or so. Because these are original, you know, they're not some fake modern knockoff. These are actually, oh, the tapered leg, another key from back in the day. Yeah, really cool. Next up, this is just a basic shirt. You're like, why'd you pick this up? Gear, like a waffle thermal shirt. I paid $3 for this. I bought it because it's brand new with the tags and it has E equals MC squared on it. I just thought it was pretty neat. You know, no comps for this, of course, but I think this shirt will sell for $30, $35 because it's brand new and the E equals MC squared. Next up, we have this military flight jacket. And I looked in these military jackets, they'll have that label. Most people know this, but there'll be specific numbers depicting which model it is. You know, I looked up those numbers of this, and this was $12.50. But this thing sells for about 50 bucks or so. And this is a small size too. This is tiny. Look at that. It could be a women's, I don't know. Yeah, about 50 bucks or so on that. And remember, like I told people, military uniforms you can sell domestically. You can't sell them internationally. National parks, FedEx, Border Patrol stuff, you can't sell it all on eBay. Just remember that. Next up, this satin jacket, vintage satin jacket. About 6 and change or so for that. The reason I got this, it's just a basic one and it has my name on it. I'm not going to wear it. It has Mike on it. But it has this cool Boy Scout patch on it. And no comps for this, but this is a big patch, and it's Winfield, Maryland, Engine Company number 14, Troop 733. I've had pretty good luck with these satin, you know, these vintage 80s satin jackets before, so I think this one will do okay. You know, not anything spectacular or huge, but you know, 30 bucks, maybe 35. This is a coat I think I passed on last week because it was full price, but this week it was half off and it was still there. I got this for 15 bucks. And this is another LL Bean men's wool coat. Yeah, that's all there's to it. It's a green wool, very good condition. And yeah, that'll do okay. You know, at full price at 30 bucks, you know, there's just not enough meat on the bone, but at 15, there's plenty of meat on the bone for this. In the good condition it's in. Okay, you know what I said about uniforms. You can sell this stuff. Now, I've sold CIA stuff, and this is I've sold FBI stuff, and this is a Secret Service pullover. Vintage. Paid, you know, 5 and change or so for this. And check out this tag. You know it's vintage. It has the old Winter Mate tag on it. Again, you know, not huge bucks, but, you know, 30, 40 bucks or so for that Secret Service pullover. Well, I picked up this backpack, this Vouray backpack. We got this for $3.50. And, you know, and it's a $30, $35 item or so. It's in really good condition. This is another one we passed on last week that we picked up this week. Because last week, oh, I know what it was last week. They didn't have it priced last week. And they won't let you buy stuff if it doesn't have a tag on it. And I understand that. Owning my own stores, I totally get that. But this week they had a price on it. $7.50 for this. And hardly any comps for this, because this is a designed in Scotland, my beloved nest. Always custom made by Tartans. So it's a, you know, United Kingdom jacket, you know. Somebody probably bought this on vacation over there, or they brought it over here, who knows, but it ended up in a thrift store. And it's got a really cool, like, fox and hound lining. So no real good comps for this, but I think this will sell for that $50, $60, $70 range. It's quilted, really nice. Alright, bread and butter. Patagonia fleece vest. $5 all day long. Patagonia sells, for me, really, really well. And this is a chinchilla vest, yeah. And it's got the cool patterns. Really good condition. Yeah, that's an easy sell for 35 or so. My wife picked this up at the charity shop. I think we paid up a little bit for this. Yeah, 15 bucks for this rain caper. And this is brand new with the tags. I know it is. It's down here somewhere. Yeah, right there. And she comped this out. I think this sells for about 50 bucks or so. The new tag on it is $72. It's covered up with another one, but yeah. So yeah, you know, I give new with tags benefit of the doubt. Okay, this is just a basic run-of-the-mill plain Jane Pendleton wool vest, sweater vest. Paid $3 for this, and this is the, you know, the Pendleton 100% virgin wool. Yeah, just really nice plain large sweater vest, and you know, that's only about 30 bucks, but you know, Pendleton's really good seller. Oh, my wife picked this up as well. It's like a table runner or a rug or something. It's really nice though. She only paid $2.50 for this. And I remember her talking about it. She was looking it up, and this is a Ortega's from Chamayo, New Mexico, 100% hand woven, wool hand woven. There. And I don't know what this will comp for, probably, I'm just guessing, but 30, 40 bucks. I don't know. There may not have been a whole lot on there, but it's such good quality, you know, you can tell the fabric. That's my biggest coat I got of the day. It's huge. This is a down vintage. Paid about, let me see, I got 20% off, so $24 or so. This is a Field and Stream, which is a brand I normally wouldn't go for. But this is a vintage Field and Stream, and it is down. And this is a 2XLT tall. It's a huge jacket. It's got the corduroy collar. Really good condition, and it's just big. It's massive. It's good condition too. So it's got one little spot down here, but it's just crust. Flecked some of it off yesterday. No comps, exact comps on this, of course, but I think this is a $75 jacket or so. Okay, we're getting close to the end. This is another really nice LL Bean. Kind of a, it's got a corduroy collar, little jacket, and it has a, it's flannel lined. Good size too, I think. That's an extra large, so this will fit me. Okay. We got this for about $14 or so, the 25% off. And I pick these up all the time, and these sell all the time for the $50 range or so. Avalanche. I picked this up because it was cheap, but I didn't look at it real close. It's a Helly Hansen, and it was only $8, or you know, 20% off of that. But I think the lining is disintegrating in this thing. You see these white flecks? This is a good lesson. There's all kinds of white flecks on the inside of this thing, and I think that the lining underneath this mesh is disintegrating. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. It was cheap though, so I'm not too worried about it, but I don't know. Helly Hansen's a good brand, but I'm not gonna put that over there with that stuff because I don't want the white flecks getting everywhere. You can see them in this chair. Okay, last clothing item. Another LL Bean women's small petite, which is not an ideal size, but we only paid, let's see, $9 for this. Yeah. And this is it's a really nice quilted, maybe down. I don't know what that is. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's 80% down. And it's got this you know, furry collar thing. You know, just a really bread and butter piece, and I'm sure we can get 50 bucks out of that or so. Okay, last thing I listed today as well, but I forgot I was gonna show this, and I wrapped it up. I listed it, and I was like, oh, I wrapped it up. So it's like opening a present. And this is the last thing. It's a pretty good one though. This is the first piece of it. Heavy, 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 heavy. And my wife picked this up on the way out of the thrift store. She was like, that is cool. And this is a two-sided cast iron gingerbread maker. God, that's heavy. And this is, I just listed this a few hours ago, but I can't remember. From 1985 by John Wright Company. So, and these comps are kind of all over the place, but since I have this thing with it, this is a, my research they said this was a candy maker. I believe them. Again, by John Wright. And those two pieces together, I think I listed for 70 bucks. I don't know, 'tis the season, but there's a lot of solds and comps all over the place from this stuff. But most of them were just for this big piece, not the two of them. So we will see. Well, that's it, guys. It was a pretty big haul. My back is killing me, all this heavy stuff. So if you have any questions, of course, hit me up in the comments. Check out in the mornings. I'm usually on with Justin in the morning from 7:30 to 8 o'clock on RVA Flips. And every Saturday, Andy, the parrot head picker, Justin, me, Lauren, and a bunch of other people just kind of do a working chat as well. So check that out. But that's it, guys. Thanks, and we will be back this Friday with the What Sold video. So see you later.